Alrighty, looks like people are starting to trickle in. So, welcome to Monolith Mondays. My name is Megan. I am the marketing manager here at Monolith Forensics. And if you haven't come to one of these Monolith Mondays before, basically what it is every Monday at 10 a.m. Central, somebody from the Monolith team is going to demonstrate a feature live for you inside the platform. And if you have any questions about that feature or other things inside of Monolith, our team is happy to answer those questions live for you. So just some housekeeping. We are going to have time for Q&A. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, in the Q&A box, or at the end if you want to come on and ask your question over your microphone. Just raise your hand and I'll give you permissions to do that. I think that's it for housekeeping. So today we have our account executive, Tony Choi, is going to walk through filtering inside of Monolith. So let me bring Tony up here. One moment. Good morning, Tony.
Morning. Hello, everybody.
Alrighty.
Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead and hand things over to you, Tony. I will be here with my camera off in the background if you need anything in the meantime. And again, everybody, if you have questions, we will have time for that. So go ahead and put those in the chat, and we'll be sure to get those after Tony has walked us through the feature.
Great. Thanks, Megan. Hi, everybody. I'm Tony from the sales team for Monolith. And today we'll be exploring data discovery. And I'll show you 4 different ways to use filters and search tools to pinpoint exactly what you're looking for inside of our operating system. I'll cover using filters within cases, also using filters inside evidence items, and doing a global search inside of our operating system using our Control F option. And finally, the most commonly used is the search box. So what I'll do is go ahead and share my screen here. And inside of our Monolith platform here, I'm going to go inside of our case management, inside cases. And what I want to do is select a filter for where I was a case lead. And also add a filter where the case type was auto thefts. So essentially, I brought down where we have about 19,000 different sample cases down to 9 specific cases that dealt with auto theft and where I was the case lead. So I'll pause here for just a little bit and I'll mention our filters and our search fields are persistent. So basically, they're not going to automatically reset themselves. So you want to make sure that you always go ahead and reset or X out of your filters. That way, that'll eliminate any kind of confusion or any kind of issues with your searches. So let's jump into the evidence management section and go inside evidence items. And I want to go ahead and filter a specific type of evidence. And I want to locate all desktop devices and also filter all these desktops with the priority being high. And look at that, it narrowed it down all the way to 7 desktop items with several model names and all the priorities being high. So I'll go ahead and reset this again before moving on. And then our third option, which I like the best, is if you scroll all the way down to the left column here and click on this magnifying icon, it's our Control F database search where you can search all your cases, evidence, and notes. And I want to find an inquiry that I had, I think it was about a couple months ago, and it dealt with the Riddler. And here it is, the inquiry with the Riddler Bitcoin heist. And here's the information here. Pretty quick, fast, and easy. So let's go to the last one, which is the most common, probably used the most, is searching inside the search boxes. But what I want to do is locate inside of our lab management, inside the forensic software, and go back into the search box. And I want to find our Samir software and when does it expire? And here we go, 5 months. Another fast, quick, and easy option to search specific data inside Model. So that was pretty quick. I just wanted to kind of skim over 4 different ways to use our filters and search tools inside Monolith. Hope this was very helpful. Any questions that you see in the chat, Megan?
Awesome. Thanks, Tony. I don't see any questions so far, but I actually have a question specifically on the evidence items table. So if you add a filter here on the evidence tab, a little thing pops up that says and, so you can like continue to add like more parameters to that same filter. But if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to search for like smartphones and tablets, is there a way to do an or filter?
Well, if you do like the type, you can do cell phone and smartphone.
What happens when you click on the word and at the top left? I'm just being nosy now.
No, you're fine. Here.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, here you go.
It does look like we have an or filter. Thanks, Monolith. So cool.
Our beautiful engineers.
Our beautiful engineers, they are very good at what they do.
Yeah, on top of that, they're always creating different options. And I think it really helps because whenever Joe and I jump on to Monolith daily, we see different new things pop up and it's making it more efficient. So kudos to them.
Does anybody else have questions? I have another question, if not. Okay, I don't see any questions from the crowd at large, but so if you have a filter set for something, if you were to download that table, is that just going to show you is it going to show you the filtered information?
Yes.
Cool.
So let's just jump back here. We'll do a filter for cell phones. And then let's do a priority set as urgent, 141 devices. And you're going to go ahead and select this export here. Can you see the Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
All right, that's cool. So that's helpful if you needed to provide like a filtered spreadsheet to somebody who maybe doesn't have access to Monolith but still needs this info.
correct. Great question.
Alrighty. Anybody else have questions? Going once. Going twice. Okay, I think that's it for questions. Something I do want to make everybody aware of is we do actually have documentation on the filtering um, in our Monolith documents. I'm going to go ahead and paste that link in the chat, and then I'll include that link in the doc to the docs when we send out the recording for the session as well. Otherwise, awesome job, Tony. Thank you so much for presenting today. And I hope to see everybody next week when we do yet another one of these on a different feature. So hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great rest of your day.
Guys.